Europe is a land trapped in time, with perfectly preserved buildings dating as far back as the Neolithic age. Beautiful mountain ranges, deep gorges, and lush landscapes can be found throughout Europe's best countries and historic architecture. This is when trips develop into vacations that you'll remember for years. Europe's many attractions appeal to active travelers. To mention a few popular outdoor sports, you may ski down the French Alps, kayak in Croatia's the Adriatic Sea, hike in Switzerland's Grindelwald, and cycle across the Netherlands. Then there's the matter of the food. Yum! The gourmet delights available in Europe's top countries are challenging to beat. Europe's many cuisines may be the best to ever grace your lips, from the creamiest of French delicacies to the richest Swiss chocolates to the most exquisite Italian pasta dishes. It can be challenging to determine which country to visit first when there are so many to choose from. What is our recommendation? Don't limit yourself to just one. Europe has a plethora of fantastic destinations to see, all crammed into a very limited area. This makes it simple to go to numerous nations in a single trip. Are you unsure where to begin your sightseeing tour? Our list of the greatest European nations to visit will help you narrow down your options. Here are the best European countries to visit. 1. Italy. It's difficult to think of Italy without drooling at the prospect of its cuisine. The tomatoes in this boot-shaped country are so delicious they taste like candy. The pizzas are cooked to perfection, and the gelato melts on your tongue. Gastronomes will find Italy to be a culinary paradise. The immaculate architecture and cultural masterpieces found in the historic buildings, squares, and museums dotted across Italy's bustling cities and small, attractive towns are even more magnificent than its food. Rome's attractions are rich in history. Think of the Colosseum and Pantheon, and its magnificent town squares. Think of Piazza Navona, St. Peter's Square, and Piazza Spagna is a joy to visit. The photo-worthy Duomo and Ponte Vecchio Bridge, as well as museums you won't want to miss, are all found in Florence. Venice's canals are charming and unique, while Milan's gigantic Il Duomo, one of the city's major attractions, will leave you speechless, as will the spectacular clothes on display at the city's various boutiques. The most real Italian experience can be found in the countryside. The country's beauty envelops visitors, making it difficult to leave. From skiing to hiking to swimming to dining, of course, the country's beauty envelops tourists, making it difficult to leave. Tuscany is a clear winner, sending visitors back in time with its mainly undisturbed walls and castles, while Lake Como provides a view into the world's wealthy lifestyles. The Amalfi Coast is postcard perfect, which is why its vibrant towns appear in so many tourist knickknacks. 2. France. This charming country, known for its romance, delectable food, art, culture, and natural beauty, has everything you could want on a trip. In France, every type of traveler will find something to enjoy. On the French Riviera, bask in the sun's rays and catch a glimpse of a celebrity or two. Allow your camera to run wild as you capture lavender-covered fields in Provence. Travel back in time to Normandy's UNESCO-listed islet of Mont Saint-Michel. In Chamonix, Val d'Isère, or Maribel, you may ski down the French Alps. Dine in a café along the Champs-Élysées, visit a museum, climb the Eiffel Tower's stairs, or stroll along the Seine River with your soulmate in Paris. 3. Spain. Spain is not only one of Europe's most beautiful countries, but also one of its best. Your camera will thank you for visiting this wonderful area, with its architectural wonders, towering mountain ranges, seashore cliffs, and hilltop settlements. It's no surprise that Spain was the world's second most visited country in 2018, with over 89 million visitors. In the country's major cities, there is plenty to see and do. The magnificent Crystal Palace and expansive parks, as well as elegant plazas, may be seen in Madrid. Seville's soundtrack is more elegant and romantic, with horses' hooves on cobblestone streets and church bells ringing. The beautiful Catedral de Sevilla, the UNESCO World Heritage Site the Real Alcazar, and the vast Plaza de España are all must-see sights. Barcelona is lively and eccentric, with architecture that would make Salvador Dali proud. The Casa Mila and the utterly unique Park Güell are must-sees. Valencia's soothing sea vistas will ease your soul, while Costa Brava has some of Spain's most beautiful beaches. Beautiful Granada and its iconic Alhambra palaces are not to be missed. 4. Austria. Austria is one of those countries that can truly take your breath away. Ringed by the magnificent Australian Alps and peppered with sparkling lakes, this wonderland is one of the most beautiful countries in Europe. Austria is also one of the most musical. It's almost impossible to wander through the country's many city streets without catching a snippet of the song, especially one composed by famed Austrian Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Born in Salzburg, the former Baroque composer's influence can be felt everywhere. His image is even found on chocolate wrappers. Wind your way through narrow, twisting laneways in the old town. Altstadt Salzburg, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Enjoy lunch in a courtyard or visit a museum or St. Peter's Abbey while you're in town. Vienna is another hotspot of beauty. Other prominent Vienna attractions include the spectacular City Hall and the gorgeous Natural History Museum or the Naturhistorisches Museum, in addition to elaborate palaces such as Belvedere Palace and extensive gardens such as those found at Schönbrunn Palace. Linz hugs both banks of the Danube River, making it an ideal location for exploring the river as well as the surrounding landscape. Graz, Austria's second-largest city, is another architectural hotspot, with structures and ruins dating back to the year 800. Don't miss the gorgeous old town, and one of the greatest things to do in Graz is to climb the Schlossberg, which is a 473-meter hill topped with a clock tower. 5. Croatia. Croatia, a Mediterranean jewel, offers landscapes to soothe the soul and delicious food to delight the palate. It's impossible to be stressed in this magnificent archipelago, with friendly residents, high castles, intact Roman remains, and a sapphire-colored sea. Take the cable car up SRD Hill for the most amazing view of this picturesque town, dubbed the Pearl of the Adriatic, or wander the twisting laneways within the towering medieval city walls of Dubrovnik. Split, Croatia's second-largest city after Zagreb, is one of the country's most dynamic cities. Both places are well worth a visit. The island of Hvar, dubbed the sunniest location in Europe, will help you get your beach on. Croatia's crowning glory is its ideal Adriatic Sea location. At some point, hop on a boat to explore the archipelago, particularly the lovely Elafidi Islands, located northwest of Dubrovnik. Do you want to try something new? In Croatia, kayaking and rafting are popular activities, and there are lots of rugged limestone cliffs from which to jump. 6. The Netherlands. The Netherlands, sometimes known as Holland, offers travelers a relaxed holiday packed with art, beauty, and plenty of cycling. The scenery is flat, ideal for biking, and studded with distinctive windmills and meadows overflowing with tulips in the spring, April, and May in particular. Keukenhof, often known as the Garden of Europe, is perhaps the best place to see them. It's in the city of Lis. In the Netherlands, Amsterdam is one of the best cities to visit. Despite its sleazy reputation, this canal-lined city is attractive and home to a number of great institutions, 40 to be exact. The Rijksmuseum, Anne Frank's house, and the Van Gogh Museum are three of the city's prominent attractions. In Rotterdam, Delft, and The Hague, you'll also discover cutting-edge, environmentally friendly architecture mixed in with old monuments. In the Netherlands, big cities aren't your only option. The charming fishing hamlets of the IJsselmeer, particularly Marken, Volendam, and Enkhuizen, are well worth a visit. 7. Sweden. You've probably never met a grumpy Swede. The Swedish people are a kind Nordic people who are known for their courteous disposition. It's no surprise their content, given their idyllic surroundings of historic walled cities, glittering lakes, sun-drenched beaches, and glacier-topped mountains. Sweden is located in northern Europe, between Norway and Finland, and is the place to go if you want to see the northern lights. You can hike through deep forests, boat over clear streams, and set up camp in an open field here. Sweden will reward those who admire avant-garde architecture with some of the world's most interesting creations. Stockholm is the country's most dynamic metropolis, with the famed Vasa Museum, as well as fashion stores and cafes. Skansen, a massive open-air museum representing life from the 1720s to the 1960s, is a must-see. Gothenburg, Sweden's second city, is another must-see for foodies and beachgoers alike. 8. Belgium. Belgium is the smallest European country on this list, but it makes up for it with a lot of charm, including attractive medieval cities, UNESCO World Heritage sites, and chocolate that will make your taste buds scream with joy. Have we yet mentioned the French fries? Delish. Unofficially, the country is divided into two main regions, French-speaking and pastoral Wallonia in the south, and cosmopolitan, Dutch-speaking Flanders in the north. Brussels is a popular tourist destination, with attractions such as Le Grand Place, also known as Goatmarkt in Dutch, and Place Royal, affording visitors a glimpse of the city's most magnificent old structures, or the Koningsplein. You'll also discover unique stores, delectable restaurants, and magnificent museums here. Bruges is a small but historically significant town that is undoubtedly the most attractive in the country. Its canals wind their way through the city, providing wonderful vistas of the intriguing architecture, and are easily accessible by booking a boat cruise. 9. Switzerland. Switzerland is one of Europe's most costly nations to visit, yet it is well worth the money. The clouds parted to reveal snow-capped mountains emerging from lush, verdant fields dotted with sheep. Hello, the Matterhorn. Expansive lakes such as Lake Geneva crisscross the countryside, beckoning whitewater rafting, canoeing, fishing, and kayaking lovers. With their quaint boutiques and melt-in-your-mouth chocolates, small villages like Gimmelwaldu's storybook charm, enticing even the most jaded of travelers. Larger cities, such as Zurich, Geneva, Lucerne, and Bern allow visitors to see both culture and beauty in one trip. Within their borders are various excellent museums, art galleries, shops, and fine dining establishments. Winter sports, as well as unequaled alpine hikes and climbs, are all available in Zermatt. 10. Greece. Greece, maybe the most relaxed of all the countries on this list, is the ideal spot to unwind. On the country's smallest isles, azure domes atop whitewashed buildings, their doors and gates painted with vibrant colors that beg to be shot. Santorini is very beautiful, particularly at sunset. Another popular island is Crete, which has charming seaside towns and mountain villages. Greece's sky is a magnificent blue and the azure Mediterranean caresses beaches with sand and rocks of various colors ranging from tan to pink to red. Athens is home to world-class museums, boutiques, and restaurants, as well as incredible ancient remains like the famed Acropolis. When it comes to restaurants, Greece's cuisine is hard to beat. Healthy and delectable dishes brimming with lively flavors are made with the freshest local ingredients. 11. Portugal. Oh, the castles, the beaches, and the mountains. Portugal has a plethora of breathtaking beauty to offer. This is the place to be for individuals who enjoy water vistas, as it hugs more than 800 kilometers of the Atlantic coast. A trip to the stunning Azores Islands can instantly alleviate your problems. They are a group of 9 beautiful, mountainous isles ideal for diving, surfing, sailing, and whale watching. The nearby island of Madeira is extremely popular among European visitors. Lisbon, the country's largest city, is situated at the mouth of the Tagus River. It is jam-packed with entertaining activities, including a historic castle, a cutting-edge aquarium, gorgeous town squares, and a hilltop park with a spectacular outlook. Tamar is also a water person. Along the banks of the Nabo River, its charming cobblestone lanes wind around medieval churches, a majestic castle, and other historic buildings. 12. Germany. While Germany may not be the most romantic European vacation location, its breathtaking nature, think sand dune-lined beaches, deep forests, and steep mountains make it a must-see for all types of travelers. In the form of antique buildings, monuments, and museums, cosmopolitan locations like Munich, Hamburg, and Frankfurt provide travelers with the historic culture they seek. They were also bursting at the seams with shops and restaurants serving classic sauerkraut and schnitzels alongside more modern fare. Small towns provide a welcome respite from the rush and bustle of everyday life. These charming communities are dotted with beautiful historical relics. Despite the fact that many ancient towers, churches, and residences have been destroyed by conflict, they continue to add to the charm and attraction of these rural wonders. Rothenburg ob der Tauber, Dinkelsbühl, and Nordlingen, Bavaria's colorful towns, will brighten your spirits and put your camera to the test. If you enjoy this video, please consider subscribing for more content like this. Thanks for watching.